Happy morning, everybody.
Happy morning, Coach.
Happy morning, energy.
Happy morning, Coach.
Everything is energy. Energy is the common denominator of everything. Energy is everything. Come on, more energy. Happy morning.
Happy morning, Coach.
With a smile on the face. Yes, wonderful. Let's get started. I have a very simple question. Today's session's name is called as Born to Win. What is it? How many of you want to be winners? Say I.
I.
Come on, how many of you want to be winners? Say I.
I.
You want to be winner? Yes, Dinesh. Om Prakash, you want to be winner? We are going to cover wonderful life lessons in this. And let's get started. The name of the session is Born to Win. Thank you for being here. The fact that you are here shows that you are already a winner. Showing up. They say showing up. You come and you show up itself guarantees 80%. How much? 80%. Yes, so give yourself a big round of applause. You have shown up. That shows. There is a person who has not been able to come out. She's not here. Isn't it? Yeah. After all, showing up. 80%. Give yourself a big round of applause. You are here. That makes it. So let's begin. The session name is Born to Win. Born to Win. What's the name of the session? Born to Win, also called BTW. In this question, the first question that I want to ask you is, what is life? What is life? What is life? Some of you have been part of my sessions. We'll wait for the new people to answer. What is life? Anything, whatever it is. Well, that's actually also an answer. You do not have a correct definition of life. That's also a fantastic one. What do you think, Om Prakash? Life, Nana. What exactly is life? What's life?
A journey.
A journey.
There is no meaning for life.
There is no, life is meaningless. Wonderful meet. All answers are right answers. Come on, Dinesh, think. Fauzan, what is life?
The life is used to be it would be like anything of life.
Anything that involves life? Yes.
Life is something which we do and achieve success in our life.
Life is about achieving something wonderful. Do you think what is life? For you. Not as per the lesson. You know the lesson, but as per you. What is life? A race?
Journey.
A journey? Tej?
Everything.
Everything. Very nice. Dhrutik? Sorry, Ajit?
Following the purpose.
Following a purpose. Very nice. Great answer there. Following the purpose. Yeah, Dhrutik, for you?
Live at fullest.
Huh?
Live
Live as the fullest stage?
Everything.
Everything you said. Dhrutik? Oh, sorry, Ajit.
Which according to me, life is like you're born with some purpose and impacts other people's life and be happy and go happy.
Impacting people's life, coming happy and going happy. Very nice, great answer. So all of us have different definitions. All definitions are true from your own perspective. I will show you another perspective that is also will be relevant more from the scientific. Life is between B to D. Harshita Coach mentioned it's a journey. She said it's journey. So what does B to D? Dinesh, what is B to D?
Destination.
Destination, what is B to D?
Birth to death. Process and destination.
Birth to death. Huh? Process of. So life begins when you are born and life terminates when you are no more. You die. Correct, isn't it? Yes, Fauzan? Correct? Om Prakash, can we also have this definition? All your definitions are right. Life is meaningless. Yes, wonderful. Great answer there. Life is a race. That's a fantastic answer. Life is towards achieving something. Life is again a journey. And life is everything. Fauzan is saying life could be anything. All answers are right answers. This is another answer that I'm adding. Life is between birth to the day you are born. You have something, a certificate called as birth certificate. Correct? Isn't it? The day we are dead, isn't it? We get what certificate? We don't get. Our survivors get. It's called death certificate. Correct? So very simple. Can I put this also as one of the definitions? Everybody accepts it. Dinesh, can we also put life like that? Om Prakash, Fauzan, we can do that. Meet birth. Birth to death. Wonderful journey. Yes. So what is in between birth to death is life. Is life. I will put it in one letter here or one alphabet. It is C. A, B, C, D. Correct. A life is B to D with C in the middle. We'll understand the C much more better. However, let's understand when you're born. When you're born, what happens? When you're born, what happens? Do you have any control on your birth? We cannot. We could not choose. We could not choose our parents. Correct? We could not choose our gender. We could not choose whether we are going to be born in Malaysia or in Madras or anywhere, in Chennai or anywhere. Correct? So, is birth in our control? No. We could not even choose our own birth rate. Correct? We could not choose our gender. We could not choose our color of skin. We could not choose our nose. We could not choose any other thing. It was given to us. Correct? So, birth is basically not much of a control. We don't have much of a control, isn't it? Also, one more thing. When we were born, what else happened? We cried, and what the rest of the world did? They were happy. They were very happy. Correct, isn't it? They laughed. We cried. See, taking the birth is a very painful process. The moment we come out, what do? First thing, a baby cries. And if, by the way, baby doesn't cry, you know what does doctor do? Give one slap, isn't it? Yeah. So it's a very important thing. The baby has to cry. It comes through a very painful process. Birthing is a very painful process. So this is birth. So two things about birth is what? One is when we were born, we cried, and everybody celebrated. Everybody was happy. Everybody, we should not say the word laugh, but they all celebrated. Wow, a boy is born, a girl is born, isn't it? Such a cute baby, healthy baby, and all other things. Correct, isn't it? So during the birth, one thing we have to understand is that we were born, and the whole world celebrated, whole world laughed, whole world was happy, but we were crying. It was a very painful process. Second thing is, we didn't have any control. No control. We could not select our parents. We could not select our religion. We could not select our gender also. We could not select your name. Who gave your name? You are Om Prakash, correct? Who? Grandmother gave. But did you manage to choose it? It has become a part and parcel of your life. Isn't it correct? Yeah. Now, death. This is a journey. Correct, isn't it? Now, if the C is right, let's understand this. If the C is right, Fauzan, if the C is done very, very well, then the death will be completely opposite. Death will be completely opposite. Let's understand in this. Did you have any choice, any control? Nothing. But if you have lived a life according to the C, then you'll have complete control on this. I don't mean that, okay, people die accidentally also, but other time, most of the time, it will be this thing. You will have things on your own control, the way you live your life. You want that? Yes. Second thing is, also, you will be able to, that particular time what happens is that during birth, what happened? You cried and everybody was happy. But if you have the right C, Dinesh, Fauzan, if you have the right C, Meet, if you have the right C, Akila, if you have the right C, if you have done the right C's in your life, this whole journey, then what will be it will be completely opposite. You will be smiling. Yeah, this is a life lived. And the rest of the other world, who will die? Who will cry when you die? Who will cry? We are all going to die. Isn't it? Correct? Let's understand. This is very simple. So, it's a very painful truth. Correct? Ek din to sabko jana. One day, everybody has to. We are born. We are traveling towards the journey. Correct? As she said, it's a journey. It's a journey. We are traveling towards it, isn't it? So, now, it all depends upon how we do this. See. Here, when you were born, what happened? You were crying. Everybody celebrated. And if you do this C well, then my dear friends, it's as simple as that. You will be happy. And everybody else will be sad. Oh, I'm going to miss this person. This person impacted me. This person did this to me. This is another definition of life. So now, let's understand. What is this C? What is this C? Om Prakash, what do you think is the C? Okay. This is birth, we were born, this is death. What is C? Everything is in the middle of that. Yeah, what is it?
Choosing our favorite path.
Choosing? Controlling? Not controlling exactly. What exactly? Choices. C stands for the choices we make. C stands for the choices we make in our life. So, based on the choices, your life will turn out this way or the other way. As simple as that. This is your time when you were born, and there definitely will be a time when you will not be there, but it all depends upon the choices. Is this definition of life also acceptable? Correct? It's all about the choices. Let's understand choices better. You have an exam tomorrow. Om Prakash, you have an exam. You have a choice to go and play some games or go and study. Your results will be based on that. Correct? Choices have consequences based on that. So based on the choice, you'll have a consequences. You have an exam tomorrow. And what do you do today? You study. Tomorrow, how your marks will be? Marks will be how? Good marks. You are having exam tomorrow and today you are sitting and playing, you are doing all the thing, having fun. How your scores will be?
Good.
Good? Bad. Poor. Isn't it? Correct? So choices have, it's all about the choices. Very simple. We choose to brush every single, let's see small habits like our choices of brushing. How exactly if you brush, how your teeth will be, how your oral hygiene will be? Healthy. Isn't it correct? But you choose, no, I don't want to brush. What happens? The consequences is what? Cavities. Isn't it? So choices have consequences. All the choices that you make. All the choices. See, it's very simple. There are people in this life, they smoke. What do they get? Cancer. There are people who work out healthy. So how is their life? They're energetic, they're healthy. So choices have consequences. So life can be summarized into this. This is one of the versions which I learned from birth to death. Isn't it? Okay, on birth you don't have any control, but if you do your choices very well, then you will be controlling most of the things in your life. Isn't it? Most of the things in your life you will be controlling. Do you want to have a control? Yes. So now we are going to get into the next part, how choices will change your life. Let's understand. Choices will give us into two C's. Into two C's. If you make the right choices, this happens. If you fail to make the right choices, this happens. That is how exactly it is. So before that, can I ask all of you a personal question? Can I ask you a personal? Do I have your permission to ask you a personal question? Can I ask you a personal question as your coach? Fauzan, can I ask you a personal question? Okay. Now, life is between birth to death. Correct? Very simple. Between that, what we have? The choices we make. Isn't it? All the life, whatever we do is a choice, and choices have consequences. Every single choice that we have has got many consequences, or single consequence or multiple consequences. You ride safe. You drive your car safe. You will reach the place safer. Correct, isn't it? You don't drive properly, the car is bad. Also, you can endanger yourself and this thing, isn't it? Everything. Choices have you take good care of your skin, you will be healthy. Otherwise, you will have skin diseases. Again, choices. Choices have consequences. Okay, now I am going to ask you a personal question. Can I ask all of you a personal question? Okay, for this I will sit down. Yes. Now, the question here is, how many of you know your grandparents? Grandparents. Your grandparents. Raise your hands if you know your grandparents very well. You know them very well. Correct, isn't it? Yeah, you know them. There are. Do you know your grandparents? Not very well. You know your but you know that you know their grandparents. But they are the reason that you are here, isn't it? We are in the same ancestral tree. Correct? They are here. Now, how many of you know your parents? That is grandparents' parents. Means great grandparents. How many? Only one person knows. You know. Do you know? Very little bit. How about you? The question here is, you know your grandparents. Grandparents are what? Your parents' parents, and then their parents. Correct? Do you know them? No, you do not know them?
Not idea about.
You know. How about you?
I know only one person.
One person you know, isn't it? Correct? How about you? No? Slight idea you have. How about you, Meet? Little bit idea. So, isn't it correct? Fauzan, you know your grandparent, your grandfather is there, you are taking good care of him. Do you know his father?
Yeah, but I know, but I didn't have seen him.
You have not seen him, you have heard his name or something like that. Correct, isn't it? Yeah. So, now, how many of you know their parents? Means fourth generation I am asking about. Fourth generation.
I know only one name because he has donated big land for the temple. His name is written as the temple. My father told this is the grandparents, the grandparents. So I know.
Okay. Yeah. So, yes, this thing. How about you?
I know because I look for
What's their name?
Mahalingam.
Mahalingam. So, which generation it is? Third or fourth generation?
My grandparents'
Grandparent. Okay, what did Mr. Mahalingam do?
I think he was working in the railway.
He is working in the railways, holding a good position there.
I think so.
Okay, you're not 100% sure, but he was working there. Somewhere you have heard the stories about him. Why he has worked in railways? Did he impact the family or? Yeah, okay. So, but he did some kind of a work, correct? Working in railways could be a big thing that particular time. How about you, Harshita?
He was a very prominent person in our village. He was like a panchayat head.
He was a panchayat head. He was a leader, isn't it? He was leader. That's the reason why people know him. How about you, Tej? Shankar Rao and this thing, Vasanti's father, mother? No, no idea. Okay, so they are all your relatives. Some of you know because of some reasons. He knows because of temple, because of railway, this thing, and because of a prominent person in that. Correct, Dutik? How about you? You know your great grandparents. Above that, yes. How? Who are they?
Because Hansaji and Hukumaji, so they are also very prominent people. Till there I know.
Till there. That means 4th, 5th generation. After that, no idea. So all of us, same is the case with me also. This same question was asked by me also. I also remembered that after my grandparents, I had no idea who they are. Correct? But yes, they are very important people in our own perspective. Correct? We are here because of them. Correct, Meet? We are here because of them. Correct? We are here. Now my question to you is, now this is a very generalized. This was a personal question so far. Thank you all of you for sharing. My question to all of you is, do you know Alexander the Great? Alexander the Great. Have you heard of a person named called Socrates? Isn't it? Isn't it? Socrates was okay, some people will know and some people will not know. Socrates was a Greek philosopher. Isn't it correct? Alexander the Great, Ashoka the Great. You've heard of Maharana Pratap, Rani ki Jhansi, you know, Jhansi ki Rani, we know. Yes or no? Correct, isn't it? Do you know, okay, Martin Luther King?
Yes.
You've heard about his name and all the thing, isn't it? You know Edison?
Yes.
Yeah. Alexander Graham Bell? These are people, Galileo. These are all the people, do you know about them? You've heard about them? Yes, correct. Plato, again a philosopher, you've heard their names and all that. But why do you know all of them? Why do you know them? Why do you know? Why do you know Plato? Why do you know Socrates? Why do you know Alexander the Great? Why do you know Ashoka the Great? Why do you know Chanakya? Why do you know all these people? Why do you know Mahatma Gandhi?
Yeah.
Mahatma Gandhi, I know, his photograph is there, everybody says, coach, I'm using it well.
Their works.
Their works, their work, okay, why?
Contribution to humanity.
Contribution to humanity,
They achieve something.
they achieved something, yeah.
Yes, achievement and their purpose.
Their purpose and achievement, great answer there.
The
Impact to the society, isn't it correct? Yeah. Do you know Alexander the Great? You have not heard about him, correct? But we know all these people. Are we related to them? Meet, are you related to them? Meet, have you heard about Shivaji Maharaj? Yes, the great Shivaji Maharaj. But is he related to you? You related, huh? Shiva, are you related to Shivaji Maharaj or not? No, right? Isn't it? So, but you know him? Isn't it correct? Shivaji Maharaj, everybody knows here. Then, why he is not a relative? You know, you still know him. Why? One of the big reasons is we read about him. Correct, isn't it? We have been made to read, whether we wanted or not, was the reason. But why they appeared in the books? Why? Why they may appeared in the books? Why?
Yes, hard on group.
Sorry?
He done something.
They have done something very simple thing. They left an impact in the society during their presence of their birth to death. The choices they made. Rani Lakshmi Bai was carrying a small baby with her and fighting for her right. Isn't it? Yes or no? Correct? Isn't it? They all decided to do something during this. Correct? During that time, even millions of people were born. People do not remember. People do not remember. Now, can I once again ask you a personal question? A little more personal. Okay, without offending anybody. One simple question. So, let's understand, you know Socrates, you know Plato, you know Martin Luther King, you know many other names I can come up with, isn't it? Many other people in the history who have been known, whom we read about and all the other things. We know all these kind of people, but then none of them are our relatives, correct? Isn't it? Because they were also born, they also died. They did something during this time. They made the right choices. They made a choice of working good for the world, humanity. Who said humanity? Somebody. They did something good for the humanity. Correct? Isn't it? So this is the entire journey. Now I will be asking your permission to again ask you a very important question. Can I do that? I'll sit down for this. Okay. Yeah. Now, you remember Plato, you know Alexander the Great, you know Ashoka the Great, you know Chanakya, you know Jhansi Ki Rani, you know Tipu Sultan, you know all these people, you know them, correct, isn't it? Yeah, Veer Savarkar, Chandrasekhar Azad, all these people we celebrate. Yes, correct. Mahatma Gandhi and all that we celebrate, Nelson Mandela and all these people, Mother Teresa and all that. Correct? Are you related to any one of them except Meet? Meet is related to Shivaji Maharaj. No, huh? He's just checking. He made his calculation. No. So we remember all of them. Now my question is, your own parents, grandparents, great-great-grandparents, the reason that you are here, alive, Om Prakash, you are here, you have chosen to forget them. You don't remember them. Your family members themselves have not told you about them. Why? And they've told them about Shivaji Maharaj. We learn about that. Correct? Why?
Because their level of impact is higher than.
Their level of impact is much more higher than. Why? Akhila, why? Why your great-great-great-grandparents? Meet? They are the reason that you are here. They are the reason that you are here. You exist because of them. Dhrutik, you exist because of them. But your own lineage, your own people decided not to tell anything about them. Whereas in the books and every other thing, people are talking to you about Shivaji Maharaj, people are talking about Tatya Tope, and these are the people that we learn about and we write exams and we look up to them, correct? Isn't it? Shivaji Maharaj and so many people, correct? APJ Abdul Kalam, okay, he was very, very recent now. But then why?
Their contributions towards the society.
Their contribution. So now, my dear friends, this is a very important thing. Please don't take me the other way. We ourselves, listen to this, we ourselves, I myself have not even bothered to find out who is my great-great-great-grandparents. Why? They have not done nothing big, nothing impactful. We ourselves have chosen not to find out. After this session, Tej, will you go and find out who is your great-great-great-grandparent just because you are existing because of them? Will you spend the time, energy and effort? Why? Why?
It's not going to have an impact on my life
It's
or anybody's life.
on anybody's life. It's just a useless information, correct? Even if you find out. First of all, finding that information itself is difficult. They came, they lived, they birthed, death, the choices they made, nothing happened. Isn't it? Correct. Om Prakash, after this session, will you go home? Appa, who is my tata or a party? Will you want to find out? You want to find out?
I am interested in.
You are interested to find out. Very nice about that. But will you get all the necessary information?
No.
Possibly it's a question mark. Why? Why, Dinesh?
No, not needed actually.
Not needed. Why? Why not needed? Because of them you are here, no?
Yes, but I'm already impressed. Why should I try to?
But yeah, but why you are finding out about Alexander the Great then?
Because their choices made something useful to us.
Absolutely. Can we give a big round of applause? Their choices contributed to them. Their choices changed it. Now, I have a wonderful question that I'm going to ask each and every one of you. A very, very personal question. Let's say, right now the year is what? 2025. Let's say 500 years from now. Okay, let's not go that far. Let's go 200 years from now. 200 years is roughly 3 generations. Okay, 3 generations or 2 generations vechikalam. These days people are living much more longer. 2 generations later, if a trainer like me comes and asks your great-great-grandchildren, if they come and ask your great-great-grandchildren that who is your great-great-grandmother or great-great-grandfather, if they do not remember your name, then what you have done? And if they remember your name, then what have you done? Meet, did you understand my question? The year is 2225. Hypothetically, just go there. Let's go in the future. And a trainer like me or a coach like me comes and asks your great-great-grandchildren that, do you know your great-great-grandparents? And if they say, no, I don't care, they've not made an impact, then what do you think you have done?
My choices were
The
wrong.
choices were wrong. Choices were not the appropriate one. Isn't it correct? Yeah. So this is what exactly it is. See, it might be a little personal. I know some of you may even not feel 100% about it. The same thing happened to me. when Clinton asked me this particular question when I was doing a workshop called as Visionary Leader. Visionary Leader. Our great grandparents, okay, I'm not quoting everybody, let's talk about only my great grandparents did not have a vision for anybody. They had only vision for themselves, they lived for themselves, and obviously it is today, even if I want to search about them, I will not get the necessary information. Very hard. Tej, your great grandparents, can you find out? No, right? Isn't it correct? Yeah. So my dear friends, this can happen to you 2225 or 2325. Your next generation, when they ask, isn't it? If they are able to say, yeah, I know Dinesh. I may not know everybody in the family, but I know Om Prakash. I know Akila. I know Harshita. I know Dhrutik. Yes, I remember there is a person called Fauzan. He did this. Now, if you see, Ajit said, Ajit's great Mahalingam. No, somebody said Mahalingam. Yes, Mahalingam, okay. If they are able to say like that, yes, I know Ajit. Because Ajit remembers his great grandpa, because what he did, he donated a large piece of land for the temple. And still it's written in that big names. Correct, isn't it? His contribution is there. Correct? Harshita is able to remember her great grandparents because of the family, lineage and all the thing. Why? Father, great grandfather was a panchayat head because of the choices he made. So my dear friends, think about it. When you were born, you cried, couple of people were happy. Now when you die, how it's going to turn out? It's only going to turn out depending upon your choices. Someday definitely somebody will ask a question. Isn't it? Today I am asking you a question. You do not even remember your great grandparents except one or two people. Isn't it correct? That also is a certain limit, isn't it? But this age is much more easier. There's a lot of information age. You can do great work. You can do great impact. So now it all depends. Death is inevitable. Death is inevitable. The myth. Death is inevitable. Can you say that I'll live forever? Can anybody say here I'll live forever? Isn't it? This is a time when we are going to reach. It can happen anytime. It can happen anytime. Yes, true. It can happen. Yeah. Isn't it? It happened very recently. We went through COVID. Many people, I know COVID, almost everybody, somewhere or the other, whether friends or family, somewhere or the other, somebody lost a loved one. Happened? Nobody wanted COVID. Happened or not? Correct? Somebody or the other lost their close or nearby or a friend or something, or at least an acquaintance. Correct? It happened or not? So my dear friends, birth was not in our control. Death also, when we are going to die, is not much in our control. Correct, isn't it? Now, we are going to do a very quick visualization. A very quick visualization. The name of the visualization is, who will cry when I die? Who will cry when I die? The name of the visualization is, who will cry when I die? Can we do that? Yes. Now, we're going to have a small visualization. Everybody, take a nice deep breath. I was made to do this visualization. Okay. Okay. We'll have a visualization. Close your eyes. Everybody, take a nice deep breath. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. With every breath, you are becoming more and more relaxed. With every breath, you are becoming more and more calm. Every breath, you are coming to the present. You are not in the future, you are not in the past, you are coming to the present. Continue to keep taking cleansing breaths. Relax, relax, relax. We'll quickly go through the lesson that we have learned today. Life is different answers. However, one of the answers that we had was, life is between birth to death. From the moment we are born till the day we die is life. Birth, we did not have much control. We had no control, in fact. We couldn't choose our gender, we couldn't choose our name, we couldn't choose anything, we couldn't choose our color, we never could choose our own parents. We couldn't choose whether to be born in India or in abroad or this neighborhood, North India or South India. It just happened. When we were born, we cried. It was painful We didn't want it to come. We were comfortable in our mother's womb. Unlimited food, unlimited water, air. We didn't have to do anything. What happened? One day, the doctor pulled us out. We cried. It was painful. We cried. But people around us, they laughed. They celebrated. Wow, ladki hui hai, ladka hua, you have a girl, you're a boy, you're a wonderful, healthy baby, everybody. In fact, they distributed sweets. For us, it was painful. Coming, we have to breathe on our own. We have to eat on our own. We do all that. Visualize that. Visualize that. Coming to present time. Life is all about choices. We have understood it's all about the choices that we make. Choices have consequences. Everything in our life we choose after that. Especially after when we are no more a baby or a child. Now we have reached to that particular age that we choose whatever things are happening to us. Yes, still some things our parents, our near and dear choose for us, but majority the choices is in our hands. Life is all about the choices you make. And now we are every single day. Life is a prepaid card. Life is a prepaid card. Every single day we are losing a day. We are moving towards, we don't like that day. We don't like it. It is painful. It is difficult. But it is the biggest reality of life, that life has to come to an end one day. It's the biggest reality, which we don't like it and we don't want to accept it. But it is coming. It is coming. And it will all depend upon the choices that you make. Let's visualize a little painful visualize, but please participate, and I can tell you, you will have a wonderful breakthrough from the information that you are receiving right now. Visualize that today is your last day. This very moment is your last day. Visualize that very moment. You are having few last breaths. That's it. You have very few breaths left. Visualize that. If you are there, please raise your hand. Any one hand, if you are able to visualize, keep your eyes closed, raise your hand. This is your last day on this planet. Meet, hey, this is your last day on your planet, you are in your deathbed. Ajit, are you there? Yes. Put your hands down. I have a question to ask. I was asked this question. Continue to keep your eyes closed. I was asked this question. Clinton asked me this question. My coach asked me this question, that hypothetically today is your last day. In the same visualization, in the last day, how many people will actually cry? How many people will cry when you are dying now? How many people will cry when you die? How many people? I am asking the same question to you. How many people will truly cry? There is a condition to this. These are the people whom you have impacted. They are not your friends. If it is a friend whom you have impacted, count them in. I started counting my wife, my daughter, I have impacted. My parents, I couldn't count them because they impacted me more than I impacted them. I was impacting my parents, but not the way they impacted me. Tears started to roll. Tears started to come. I became teary-eyed and I realized only two people. I'm asking the same question to you. How many people will truly cry for you? Not being a friend or not, whom you would have had partied, you would have fun, you would have enjoyed, your parents, yes, your relatives, they will all feel bad, no doubt. If you're impacting, if you're taking care of your parents really, really well, then please count them in. Please count them in. If you have helped a friend, like Ajit, you remember you told me you helped a friend not commit a suicide, correct? Count that friend in. Don't count a friend whom you have spent time eating pizza or doing playing some video games. Who will cry when you die? Present date. That is 13th of February 2025. Imagine this is your last day. How many people whom you have impacted in whether small or big doesn't matter. Small or big doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. If you have impacted in a small way also, count them. You have served food to a poor and a hungry needy person, count them in. Count them in. Yes, I served a poor person who was hungry. Who will truly cry when you die? Birth is not in our control, death is also not our control. It is very unfortunate. I see people, we all see people who are very healthy, doing very well, and suddenly we hear the news that person is no more. I have lived longer than most of you here. In fact, I have lived longer than anyone here, and I have heard people just leaving. No more. Visualize that. How many number of people whom you have truly impacted? Truly impacted. They can say, yes, my life is slightly better because of this person. They visualize. Keeping a record. How many people can say, yes, because of this person, because of Tej, my life is better? Sudhanshi, how many people can truly say that? You have taught something, you have done something. Akila, how many people you can truly say that? Dutik, Harshita, Om Prakash, Dinesh, Yatana Pair. How many people can say Fauzan? How many people can say because of Fauzan I have done? I know Fauzan has a heart of gold. He has been doing some charity work for society. Meet, how many people truly can say, this is Meet, I want to tell you, don't count people whom you have served during a marriage festival. They don't count. They are not the people who wanted to be impacted. They are people who really needed it. These are not. Meet, please do not count people whom you have gone and served into the wedding and all that. That does not matter. That you have just done because it is a part of the society and the norms. 30 seconds of silence and visualize. Take a nice deep breath. Breathe in. Exhale. Slowly open your eyes and welcome back. Welcome back. Ajit, welcome back. Everybody, welcome back. Thank you so much for giving your 100% participation. Thank you so much. Friends, when I came out, I had tears in my eyes because I could not come up with number 3. It's only 2 people. I was 37 years old. I was 37 years old. I was living a life of I, me, myself, everything. I enjoyed everything, whatever life had to offer. But then I realized I don't want to die this way. I don't want to die this way. From that particular moment, something shifted within me. Something shifted within me. What is this? When I was born, 2 people celebrated. I cried. When I'm going to die, 2 people. How cheap that life is. How cheap that life is. After that, an endeavor began. Every single day, whenever I'm gifted with 1 extra day, I'm working towards to impact somebody. Through some other way, whether coaching or training or through content, through any other way. Whomever. We were in Madurai very recently. We were in Madurai, me, Vishnu and this thing. They were at a table where there was a father and he has given his child. Child was just how much? 2, 3 years old, 3, 4 years old. I went and spoke to them. I don't give the child phone. The child is very talented. Yeah, father took the phone. Yeah. And that's what I've been living. I realize 2 is truly cheap. Truly cheap. And that also mostly for my own purpose only, because my wife, my daughter, I have to do. From that moment, things I started changing. I'll ask each and every one of you. You must have got a number. Isn't it correct? Yeah. We'll start with Akila. How many number? Alphabetical order. 15, 20 people whom you have impacted in a positive way. Can you give her a big round of applause? But are you happy with that number? You're happy. Meet? 10. Are you happy with that number? Happy with that number that 10 is अभी गए तो 10 लोग रोएंगे अच्छा है. Enough. Good. That's my question. Correct? Akila, I'm asking you. Only 10 to 15 people regret that you are no more in their lives. Is that enough? Is that good enough? Do you think how many people? 30 to 40 people. Good number. You are happy with that number? Om Prakash? 8 to 7 becoming more realistic. Thank you so much. Dinesh, yatana bere? 18 people you have impacted in a positive way. Very nice. Fauzan? 10 to 20 people. Sudhanshi? 400, 500. Tej?
I am confident that about 13 people will cry, and I've impacted 200 people directly or indirectly, and my target is to at least touch 10,000 lives.
10,000 lives is a very small number. Think about it. 200, 300 years later, a coach like me is going to come and ask the question to your great children, and if their hands are not up, then 10,000 is a small number. Can you do better? How many people currently?
150.
150. Ajit?
Close to few thousand.
Few thousand?
Now, but earlier but this is happening third or fourth time, but when I did it first time, it was only 2.
Can you give a big round of applause? Be very honest. Be very honest.
Similar. When I did the first time, there were like 7 or 8 people.
Nice. So please, I hope this something shifts within you, and then you realize that please, we are here. You have all chosen to forget your own great grandparents. The single most reason you are here, because of them. Isn't it correct? Yeah. And you know people whom you are not even related to. Correct? You know them, you remember them. And still, you read about them. You give examples of them. You're not even able to give examples of your own great grandparents. Correct? Isn't it? So please, who will cry? When you die. Work on that number. Work on that number, because animals also come and live. Animals also come and live. Yes or no?
Yes.
Correct? What is the difference? What is the difference? Animals also come. Animals also live. They have a small impact. Correct, Tej? Animals also come. They come. A cow comes, impacts his own family, near and dear, impacts a farmer and all, and then dies. Goat, all the things. Correct? Happens? Isn't it? Yeah. But we are born as what? As human beings, we have to do something better. Correct, isn't it? We can do something called as creation. Animals don't have that. So we are very fortunate that the life we have is of a human being, and we can do something for the humanity. So my dear friends, can I be little abrupt? Can I be little straight on your face, all of you? Can I be straight on your face? Can I tell you something? Yeah? What are these 2 C's? These are 2 C's. Understand from birth and your number. I felt like this. C stands from when I realized only 2 people. This is what I realized. Life is, you can live a life of cockroach. Cockroach is very good in living. Cockroach is very good in surviving. Not living, very good in surviving. Cockroach has lived for millennia, many, for millions of years. Have you noticed how a cockroach lives? Cockroach does not live, actually survives. Cockroach is very good in survival. So you want to survive or you want to live? Live or survive? Cockroach, you see, you put on the light, cockroach will go and hide. Cockroaches are very good. They will live their life in hiding. Zero impact. So this is what exactly I felt that particular day. From that moment, I have started taking massive actions to change this. Others, if you make the right choices, you can live a life of what? Champions. Yeah. So it's yours. Its life is yours. Everybody keep your hands in this thing. My life is my choice. My life is my choice. My choices will make me. Come on, everybody. My choices will make me. My choices will make me a champion one day. My choices will make me a champion one day. It's all in your hands. I realized that at the age of 37, that only you and you are responsible for it. Fauzan, your father can only, Rizwan sir can only do to a certain while. उसके बाद जिंदगी किसकी है? आपकी है. Yeah. कुछ करो. Yes, isn't it? Om Prakash, your father, mother have provided so far. But now, you have to. Dinesh, you can completely live in denial. Keep blaming, keep complaining, keep giving excuses about this didn't happen, that didn't happen, this didn't happen. Yeah, live. You will know your life how it ends. You will know your life how it ends. Isn't it? But if you want to leave a mark and you want, yes, on a particular day, when I'm this thing going to leave, as she has a number, 10,000 people. Isn't it? I have a number only in this decade because of Sachin Coach. 10 million people. 10 million lives is what we want to impact through however possible. Small, big, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Even today, as I said, hypothetically, today if I am not there, something happens. Something happened. It shouldn't happen. I want to live for much more longer. If it happens, I know still at least few thousand people, if they find out, they will feel a little sad. That yeah, coach made a small impact. Coach made a small impact. And it depends upon you. Hands like this. I am responsible for my life. I am responsible for the choices I make. I am responsible for how many people are going to cry when I die. When I die, cry when I die. I am responsible for how many people to cry when I die. And truly crying. Huh? So, my dear friends, it's very simple. This is what I have understood. Life has begun. You're all going through it. The choices that you make will actually define the way you die. Majority of the people, my dear friends, I want to tell you, majority of the people live a life of nobody cares. 8+ billion people on the planet. They come, eat, shit, sleep, repeat, reproduce once or twice in your life and bloody die. I'll repeat that again so you get the sense. Majority of the people, how many people are there on the planet now? 8+ billion people. Dinesh, 8+ million people eat, shit, sleep, repeat and reproduce once or twice in a lifetime and they bloody die. Sorry, this is what I wanted to be rude. Now, which part you want to be? In that, or you want to add something called in the middle called as what? Impact. Yeah, what is that impact you're leaving? What is the impact that you're leaving? Dinesh, you want to be remembered?
Yes.
You want to be remembered? Because I'll tell you one thing, world is very happy to forget people who do nothing, including you. You have forgotten your own great-great-grandparents, correct? Keta kuda, even if you want to find out, will you be able to find out, Akila? No, no one cares. People are very happy. So start living a life of purpose. Somebody said life is purposeful. I think you said that, correct? If you have a purpose, you will live powerfully. All big words. This was a very big shift for me when Clinton did the session. I hope I am able to make you guys think. Make you think. Now I'm going to give you one activity. If you're not happy with the number, then what is the new number? What is the new number? Come on. If you're given one more day, if you're given 5 years, if you're given 10 years, if you're given 15 years, 50, 40, 100 years, what should be your number? Open your books, write down how many people you want to truly impact. Set a number, set a goal. Impact in a positive way. Isn't it? Yeah. Come on. Somebody said 100, somebody said 1,000. How many people you want to impact? If given a choice, how many people? How many people will truly cry when you actually die? Don't aim small because your actions will be bloody very small. If you aim small, your actions will be actually even smaller. Tej, 10,000 people, sure?
I think about it.
You are a woman and you want to impact women. Remember Pudumai pen? How did you feel that day? Close your eyes, visualize. How did you feel that way?
I think I've already, if you consider Aram and J BS and this Pudumai pen and this Saturday,
Yeah,
I would have hit more than 1,000.
correct. So close your eyes. How, go back to that Pudumai pen. Correct? Isn't it? Go back to Pudumai pen and you feel, how did you feel? You spent a good amount of time, about 20 minutes talking to them, and you definitely inspired few number of people. Now relook your question. Your thing is you said how much? 10,000 people. Now look at those girls. Recently you were in SIT college. There were 300. You are giving them 3 C's. Being conscious, being courageous, and then celebrate. Yeah. Now you come up with a courageous number. Yes. How many? Sorry? 1 million. Wonderful. Great. Welcome. Yeah, people will be. How many? 1,80,000. That's a good number. How did you arrive to that? Random. Yes. Wonderful. Still, it's a good number. Yes. Akila. 50,000. It's still very small. You can do a great deal of work. Ajit? 70 million. 100 million. Is it written down?
Yes.
Is it written? Ajit, is it written? No, you write it down again, please. Yeah.
10 lakh.
10 lakh people. Yeah. Do you think? 10 million lives. Meet?
15 million.
Yeah. 1 million. Wonderful. Please have an impact. Have an impact. This lesson is not going to any ordinary people. You guys are already extraordinary. As I told you in the beginning, 80% is being showing up. You are here. There's a lady who was supposed to be here and she said she'll be here. She's not here. She's missing it out. And probably I may not do this session again. That's the reason why I'm recording it. So please remember, it's about choices you make. It's the choices that you make will define the way how your life is moving. Who will truly cry when you actually die? You have a number? Now I'm going to give you ways how you can actually do that. You want that? Setting up a number is first thing. Setting up a goal. Okay. One thing. Everybody. Coach. Come on, everybody. Yeah. Coach. Help me make great choices. Come on, energy. Dhrutik, everybody. Coach. Help me make great choices. But do you all agree it's all about the choices? Om Prakash, ellame choice dana. Correct, Dinesh? It's all about choices for Vazan. Dhrutik, all about the choices you make. Isn't it correct? Yeah. Now let's get into one very beautiful lesson that we are going to have, and that will help you to understand it's all about the actions that you take on a daily basis. Correct? You have a day today. 24 hours. Tomorrow again you will be given how much? 24 hours. You may or may not. It depends. You cannot really say anything. Correct? We realize that. Neither the birth, neither the death, we actually don't have any control. Correct? Tomorrow you will be gifted what? A prepaid card, a voucher for how many hours? 24 hours. How many hours? 24 hours. I am going to split this 24 hours into 2 things. How many things? 2 things. Yes. Okay? Yeah. This part is clear to everybody? Life is between birth to death. It's the choices that we make. And depending on the choices, you end up either a cockroach or a... I decided, no. I don't want to be a part of this. Yes. My life should be worth celebrating. It should be worth a champion. Live as a legend. Hell impact. Isn't it? Make an impact. Okay, so there are these 2 things I'm going to talk about which will help you. Again, we are going to go into a couple of C's. One is consumption. One is consumption. The other one is called as creation. What it is? Creation. What is creation? Come on, anybody. What is creation? What is creation?
Creating, making something.
Making something, creating something. What is creation? Inventing something, doing something, innovating something is actually making something, actually bringing something out of something. Correct, isn't it? Writing a poetry is what? Video editing is what? Creation. Correct, isn't it? Writing a book is what? Reading a book is what? Creation. You are creating something. Going for a workout is what? Creating your body. Eating healthy food is what? Again creating your body. Isn't it correct? This is all called as creation. Correct, isn't it? So these are all life. You have a choice of either consume or create. Consume or create. Give me some examples of consumption. Consumption. Watching movies. You go, this guy's movie has come, I'll go and watch that. Just consuming for the sake of entertainment. By the way, if you go for a movie to learn something, recently I went to Mufasa. There is a wonderful place. It's called Melele. I am working for my Melele. So that was for me. I go to movies for creation. Isn't it? So you can go even for movies also for creation. But you're going for entertainment, then it is consumption. Correct, isn't it? Yeah. What else? Come on, give me some examples of consumption. Watching social media. Isn't it correct? Let me populate this. Correct, isn't it? Yeah. Social media. Social media, that is reels, shorts. These are all consumption. Consume pani der We keep consuming it daily, half an hour, 1 hour. Correct? How many hours lately? I think the entire day. Fawzan? Change karna hai. Cut it down. Okay. Yeah. Life is all about consuming. Correct, isn't it? Yeah. Entertainment. IPL. Watching IPL is what? You like IPL? Anybody likes IPL here? Oh, lovely. Nice. Yeah. IPL. IPL is consumption. Correct? If you are participating, if you have bought a team, then that is creation. Correct? No, coach, I am in IPL, but different reason I am making money. Then it is creation. Correct, isn't it? Yeah. Lovely. What else? What is creation? Building business.
Building social media content, building reels.
Building business. Content creation. Creation. Reading. Yeah, solving challenges. Yes, one more. We'll write that. Yes, these are solving something. Cooking will come where? Cooking will come creation. Consumption. Eating will come where? Eating junk food will come where? Junk food will come into junk food. Junk food comes under consumption. But eating healthy food comes under? You eat salads. It comes under? Because you are creating some good health. Correct, isn't it? Yeah, somebody said something. Shopping. If you are just shopping because you have 10 pairs of dress and you still want to keep shopping, then what exactly it is? Okay, shopping. Shopping for luxury or feel good. See, shopping for necessities are different. I don't have a footwear. I need to shop. That is for creating because you need to save your feet. Isn't it? Do you understand how exactly it is? Going for long bike rides. Correct? You are going for a long bike ride because you want a great idea for a video or writing a book. Then it is creation. Now I want to just go around, to go to Lycia and come back because every moron is doing it. I have to also do it. Then it is what? Consumption. Correct, isn't it? Yeah. Shadiyon mein jana. Especially the shadi is not connected to you. Yeah. What is it? Correct, isn't it? Yeah. Marriages.
Night out.
Gossip.
Marriages. Especially when it is not yours. Okay. Correct? Yeah. Consumption. Then what else? Gossip.
Complaining, blame.
Okay. I'll tell you a few of the things which come under a very big category and they say that. Alcohol. Alcohol, they say, no, you've written the receipt, read the label, it will say consumption of alcohol. Smoking comes under Video games. Video game, you have a game on your phone. Which is the game you have?
GeoGuessr.
Huh?
GeoGuessr.
GeoGuessr.
We will not know.
Okay, yeah. Chess, okay, yeah. If you are using chess to build and maybe get ranking, then it is under this. Otherwise, chess will come here. If it is just using you to just spend some time, correct, isn't it? See, chess is a wonderful game which can come into creation, provided you are using that thing to this thing. Otherwise, if you don't have anything to do, summa you are playing chess, then it becomes very simple. Consumption is basically just wasting time, energy and effort. Creation is something which helps you to reach towards your purpose, goal or your impact. As simple as that. Is it very clear? People put their time, energy and effort in this. Your time and energy goes into consumption, time and energy goes into creation. As simple as that. Correct? Did you understand? Writing a book. Reading a book. Writing. Writing a book will come in what? Creation. Did you now understand what is consumption? What is creation? Correct? Now, the issue with consumption, there is nothing wrong in it. A Big Boss. Big Boss? Consumption. You watch Big Boss? No? Very nice. Big Boss is, again, consumption. We'll put it here.
Don't talk about TV anymore because nowadays kids.
TV. TV comes where? How much hours of TV? Fawzan, कितना TV देखते हो? TV नहीं, आजकल तो मोबाइल देखते हो.
Everybody is in social media.
TV.
TV becoming
TV is a time. Correct? No, TV time. Isn't it? Again, full time?
Coach, first day, first show.
First day, first show comes into consumption. All these things, correct? Yeah. So it's all parts of it, correct? Consumption, creation. Understood? Okay, now the issue with consumption is, consumption, if you are into the loop of consuming, if you keep consuming, consumption leads to a very big challenge. I'll put it out there in red. It makes you an addict. It makes you addiction. Consumption leads to addiction. You are consuming alcohol. After some time, you are not consuming alcohol, alcohol is consuming you. You need it every day. Smoker, I used to smoke. Do you think after some time I was smoking, the cigarette was smoking me? It leads to addiction. Today what I see, social media. Everybody. Till night, till what time you are sitting and watching your WhatsApp and all the other things?
Before 11.
Till 11. Till 11 what are you doing? Consuming. Correct, isn't it? Yeah. So it's all about consumption. Consumption will leave you to finally one day into addiction. Consumption will leave you to addiction. Now, creation will leave you to something else. What is that? Creation will leave you to what? Correct. So you want to be this A or this A? You decide. And majority of the people, as I told you, are into this category and they are this. They are this. So A, B, C, D. Your A, whether you become an addict or you become an achiever, will depend upon not when you were born. What? There's nothing in your control. You're going to die someday. It's all about the choices you make. And your choices will make you as a champion or, I don't want to say, what's the word? Cockroach. Truly. That's what A, B, C, D. Every simple thing, if you want to put it in life. A, decide. You want to be like an addict, nobody cares, nobody does anything, or you want to be, these days, to become addicted, the things are many. There are many. Earlier, there were not so many things. But today, hundreds of things are there to be addicted, and majority of the people are stuck into this. Addiction will leave you, the consumption will leave you into addiction. A is for either addiction or your life will be an achiever. If you are an achiever, you become a champion. Birth has happened. No control. You are already here. Now one day you are definitely going to leave this planet. Now it's all depends upon who will actually truly cry when you die. It's all depends upon the choices you make. And the choices are divided into two parts. Consumption and creation. If you are a consumer, or at least your life has got a lot of consumption, then you know which part you are heading to. And if your life is into Creation. Then you know your life is heading to a achiever. Take a look at it. All the people whom you are talking about are all achievers. Are all achievers. When we were talking about all the people, we were talking about they were all achievers. Alexander the Great. These are all people who are achievers. Correct? Isn't it? Tipu Sultan, Tatya Tope, Bhagat Singh. They are all achievers. They have done something for the society. If you have a vision, you will become an achiever. So first and foremost, please make sure that you work on your choices, have a goal and start working for it. Wonderful. Great. Isn't it? Now I'll leave you with one final activity. That is what you do, something called an audit. So the session should not just remain as a session. You have a number. What's your number?
10 lakh.
10 lakh. What's your number? 100 million?
70 million.
50,000?
10 million.
1,80,000 and 1 million. 1 million. 10 million. आप तो 10-12 बोल रहे थे. Oh, wonderful. You want to do great, nice. Tej, 10,000?
10 lakhs.
10 lakhs, nice, wonderful. From 1 lakh, 2 zeros you get it added. Yeah, wonderful. Zero is very powerful. If it is behind something, you become very powerful. Correct? Wonderful. Can we give a big round of applause to Tej for moving from 10,000 to 10 lakh? Wonderful, wonderful. Aim big. If your aim itself is small, how far will you go? So now I'm going to give you one small audit. Some small audit. Please make this chart. I know tomorrow is going to be different. In fact, from today itself, it's going to be different. Correct? This lesson will keep running in your life, where exactly you stand, whether on a path of champion or just consuming as a cockroach. You will have that. So please draw this line. 1 second. Can you give me this book? Yeah, please. Your everyday, your daily. Okay, Om Prakash, Dinesh, here. Write down your daily. Because after all, you have what? 1 day every day? 1 day at a time is what you get? Or you have creation. Now your number is this. Correct? You know consumption will make you what? An addict. And finally, cockroach. Isn't it? Creation will make you a champion, an achiever. So please, analyze your day. Audit your day. How much are you spending in consumption and how much are you spending in creation? Consumption is mainly for entertainment. Correct? Isn't it? Yeah. Creation is mostly in the path of education. They will be both by E and E. This is education, this is entertainment and this is education. So see your entire day. Go through an entire day from the moment you wake up and this thing, and then you will come to know where you want to make the changes. I don't have to tell you to make the changes. You are a grown up, correct? Isn't it? Dhrutik? Yes. Write down your creation and your consumption. The session has come to an end. Did you all enjoy the session?
Yes.
How many of you enjoyed the session? Say aye. Aye. And if you want your help, how you want to change consumption, coach, I am addicted, I want to watch, then yes, we are ready to help you. Correct? Coach, I want something, now I realize I'm consuming, I'm spending 15-20 minutes in the bathroom. Consumption, 3-4 minutes is enough. All those nitty-gritty, look at those things. Correct? Coach, when I sit to eat, I'm eating only forever. Again, it is only more of consumption. Correct? You want to work on those things, please. I am there. Dhrutik coach is there. Harshita is there. Ajit is there. They will help you how you can move from consumption to creation. But first, do an audit. First, do an audit. Do an audit. Keep it ready, because unless you know where you are, you will never know where to go. First, you need to know where you are. Enga irkinga, enga pona. First, ninga enna level irkinga adu paathikonga. Did you understand? Dinesh, very clear. What are you going to find out, Dinesh?
What are my consumption?
In a day. In a day. And what are your creations in a day? Correct? Now you traveled here from home to this workshop. Is it coming under creation or consumption? Creation. But you are going to use this travel time to go watch a movie. Then it goes into consumption. It's a waste. It's no use. Correct? You just felt momentarily pleasure. Momentarily pleasure. I would like to add one more thing. This all gives you pleasure. This all gives you pleasure. Remember that. Coaches, remember that. This all gives you pleasure. Pleasure is momentarily. It will give you dopamine. But all this will actually give you happiness. You want to be happy or you want to feel the pleasure? Happiness. Happiness. Tej, when you close your eyes, you are in Pudumai Pen, you believe. Did you get pleasure or were you happy?
Happy.
Yeah. But when you watch a reel, you only get pleasure. Smoking gave me pleasure. And after that, I was hooked onto it. Isn't it? It's as simple as that. Correct? Drinking, people give pleasure. Adhanal, the next day, what happens? Back to reality. Correct? No? Why? It's like that. After some time, it fades away. Pleasure fades away. Every time you close your eyes and think about your Pudumai pen, you will feel happy. You'll feel like an achiever. Correct? Isn't it? You were there. You did the session there. Isn't it? In Jebas. How was it? You close your eyes, you'll feel happier. You made an impact. Isn't it? Correct? Yeah. But then, think about, we've gone and seen a movie. You will only feel pleasure. So please. Yes.
We are all social people. So what about relationships?
Relationship. If you are impacting a person's relationship, a person comes to you and you're impacting them, then creation. If you are sitting with your relations and you are doing this gossip, then what exactly it is? Then it is consumption. You will come to know. You will be soon realizing that you are sitting with a bunch of cockroaches. You will come to know. Very simple. They will never take any responsibility.
In the relationship, we know when we are sitting with a bunch of cockroaches.
Yes.
So what is the next step?
Now, next step is very simple. Do an audit and then start working towards yourself. Start working. You can't change anybody. Start working to yourself. I'll give you my example.
You have to stop seeing
Stop saying. I did the same thing. I have a very big family, and I would say that they have no idea about this. Very big family. You can ask my wife. She is here. She'll tell you that I stopped going for any weddings. I have not gone for a wedding for a very long time in my family because I don't believe in it. What happens in a wedding? Consumption. He will tell you, he was recently in his brother's wedding. Correct? His brother's life never improved, his life never improved. They all lost time, money and lot of effort. Okay, so now I lost a lot of my relatives. Correct? Today also, very few relatives are in touch with me, but they know that I am doing something impactful. Isn't it? So any day, I have to make my own decisions.
What about friendship?
Friendship, again, if you are impacting a friend, your friend is coming to you, I need help from you. Can you please help me? This is what, if your friend is inspired, or if your friend is like nothing but a Pani Puri friend, come, we'll go eat Pani Puri. Then you will come to know your life, where exactly it is. Isn't it? See, the thing is, your friends, your relatives, and all the other things are there. But eventually, keep your hand. You are responsible for your time. Say, I am responsible for my time. I am responsible for my future. I am responsible for my C's, my choices. So, if your friend is calling you, Vanga, let us go to, what is that? Kora food street and go and drink, then you come to know. If you say, okay, fine, I am not coming, take care, that means you know you are in control. Otherwise, you are at Kora in the middle of the night drinking what? Chai. Or drinking lassi, drinking juice. Has happened to you? No? Zach has not called you? Yes. Okay. So, please understand, it's there. Kora street is going to exist. Smoking exists. Drinking exists. Correct? No, see, Dhrutik made a wonderful choice. Dhrutik, you want to tell me one thing?
Some other place, not Kora.
Sorry? Yeah. No, Dhrutik, you tell me. Dhrutik. Okay, Dhrutik, you tell me. Dhrutik made a choice. Very important choice. Dhrutik decided that I will become a vegetarian. Correct? No. Dhrutik has been a vegetarian. How many months now? 3 months. 3 months? Yeah. Because of his 3 months, see how much of creation he has done. So many animals are alive. So many families are still there. Correct, no? Dhrutik? Yeah, otherwise his photograph, I saw his phone. I'll tell you everybody the phone number, password also. In the phone is only food, only chicken biryani. How much of chicken biryani he consumed? Nothing happened. Isn't it? Correct. So please understand, everybody does it. Please go outside and you will be very surprised to see. Fauzan will be going outside, you will see more shops for chicken biryani and very less shop for creating. There are very less libraries. There are no libraries at all, very few libraries. But there are hundreds of chicken biryani shop. What? World will make you a consumer. Now, be smart. Choices have consequences. Keep eating biryanis, nothing will happen. How many lives you are killing? Mutton biryani, chicken biryani and all the things, you will come to know how your life is. Correct, isn't it? Nothing big deal will happen. But yeah, no, I am making an effort that I am going to save some lives. I am going to save some animals. Isn't it? Wonderful, great. Dhutik has not done that, but because of him, knowingly, unknowingly, it is there. Okay, yes. So did you understand? It's all about. Dhutik, is your health better now? Your health is better. Tell me, after you left non-veg. It's a choice he made. How is your health now? Better.
Yes.
He has made choices. He used to be sleeping very, very late. Now what time are you sleeping?
Maximum
9:30, 10 o'clock maximum he sleeps. He is waking up every single day. How is their energy levels? Better? Yes, he is growing in his life. Isn't it? He is making a wonderful impact. There is a child who is not talking to mother and father. 10-year-old, 10 or 11.
He's in
6th and 11 or 12-year-old, but he only talks to this guy. The boy is happy when he sees him. The boy is going through some certain very serious mental challenges, some abuse. Can we give him a big round of applause? How do you see him now? You see him with the respect? Yeah, you won't believe his father, mother, the boy shouts, the very ponga. He is locking the door, but he is going and spending every day 1 hour, 2 hours to his own house. Can you give a big round of applause? So this is what exactly is creation, isn't it? Yeah. So please be aware, do an audit, write down audit your creation, consumption. You will come to know very clearly. Then life is yours. You can come and figure it out what kind of friends you want, isn't it? Yeah. So I have very few friends, but we only talk about creation. Chandan is a very good friend of mine, correct? Isn't it? But what am I doing with him? I'm doing nothing now. I'm only consuming. He came down when he was in US. We were all roommates. We all did studies together. But today, given a choice, I'm not going to be with Chandan at all. But Chandan recently asked me for relationship advice and all the other things, correct? But this is this thing. I used to play snooker. I used to play every day. Every day I used to play snooker, but I was not playing it for any sake of creation, but I was playing for consumption because I'll get pleasure every single day. When I had to build a career, I had to make a choice of building superhumans, I literally gave it up. I was addicted to snooker, correct Tej? Every day, Sundays I would disappear for 5, 6 hours. I had yearly membership which was run into 25,000, 30,000 rupees I used to pay only. It's a very expensive game. I have Q6 which are very, very expensive. But then I realized I don't want to play for now. I will only go there to feel good. Isn't it? I wanted to become. There's nothing wrong in that becoming good. But then later on I realized I got a bigger purpose. So that's what it is. Ajit and me, we don't take holidays at all. We don't take holidays. There's a video of Ajit. He says he has got how many days in a week? 8 days. He says I have 8 days in a week. He is on a permanent vacation. You know that? Permanent vacation. He's living into vacation only. He's realized that's much more better to impact people. Isn't it? Yeah. So did you all enjoy the session? I'm going to leave you guys here for 5 minutes. How many minutes? 5 minutes. Think. What are your consumptions? What are your creations? You will clearly know your life. You will immediately come to know your life is heading which direction. Either a cockroach or a champion. Write down. Write down what exactly it is. Write down. Please. Yes. Carry on. We are done. Write down creation or consumption. And if you need any help, as a coach, I'll be able to help you. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Meet. शादी में रुकते थे तो he said 12 o'clock and he stayed till 12:30. Great things are happening today. Write down. Creation or consumption. How much is your consumption? Akhila, write down. Yes. So decide your life. So everybody, thank you so much. If you guys need any help as a coach, I can help you move from consumption to creation. Create anything, but create. Create anything. You will become an achiever, only become by creating. A, B, C, D. A is what? Addiction or achievement. B is what? Birth to ho gaya. Can't do anything about it, correct? C is what? Choices. You choose your life, how it is. Based on your choices, you'll have a consequence. Either it ends up as a cockroach or as a champion. And D is what? Finally, the date. Who will truly cry when you die? It's up to you. You decide.